You know, in high school, that friend that you have that's like, like cooler than you are, like more attractive and athletic, and they get all the attention from everyone?
Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella, here to bless them all with fun facts.
Leave the gun. Technical only.
What's good, YouTube? This is Nerd Mafia, and whether you're an old or new viewer, welcome to the family. Today, we're going to talk about the question anyone still watching She-Hulk has on their minds. But before we get going, I need you to Hulk smash that like button, and if you're new, then mansplain your way out of hitting the subscribe button, you hairy incel, or just cave and set notifications to all in order to join the nerd mob and never miss out on another video produced by this channel. Also, in addition to the Twitter, Facebook, and Insta socials, there's now a Discord channel to talk spoilers on all current and upcoming content of interest, and mostly just hang out and goof around with like-minded people. All links are in the description. Now, let's get into it. So, we started this past episode with a montage of Jen's 3-date-long fling with Josh and French fries, then had Blonsky's revival experience. And then for the climax, cut back to Josh as he sneaks out, but not before he takes a picture of Jen sleeping, and then texts Hulk King, who we all remember as the leader of the Intelligentsia website from the week before. Josh seemingly indicated that her blood was secure, but how? Well, I have a theory. I think the Intelligentsia has been playing the long game this whole time. This show has been off-putting to a lot of people due to the plot being confusing and kind of inconsequential. But what if it's been hiding in plain sight the whole time? The very first episode we see Smart Hulk destroy Jen's blood samples, indicating the danger of them falling into the wrong hands. Episode 2, we meet a completely over-the-top version of Emil Blonsky, who may let his true nature slip right here.
I thought I was the good guy. I thought I was going to be, Captain Bloody America, something.
Episode 3, Jen wins Blonsky's freedom at his parole hearing and then gets mugged, and a member of the wrecking crew who looks a lot like Todd, who we'll talk about later, says,
Thunderball, did you get it?
No. Once you turned into She-Hulk, I couldn't pierce that nasty green skin.
Damn it! Boss gonna be mad.
Seemingly referring to the Hulk King of the Intelligentsia. Episode 4, this was the Donnie Blaze episode. The main takeaway here was that her date with Todd, who may have also been at the mugging, is curiously questioning her about how he could penetrate her skin. Episode 5 is the Titania trademark episode, and while blood is mentioned by the tailor associating her with the Hulk, no other big clues. Episode 6 is the wedding episode in which she meets Josh, who just about everyone thought was too nice from the start, and we learned about the Intelligentsia, and by episode end, we see the Hulk King spying on Jen and Josh at the wedding, and packing up a reinforced syringe we all assume is probably made of vibranium. Which brings us back to now, when Josh definitely penetrates Jen, and then sticks around long enough to snap a phone picture of her sleeping, copies or clones her phone, and then texts Hulk King an emoji-orientated message. My assessment? I don't think Josh took a blood sample from her. First, we see her wake up the next day and are with her the following days, as she doesn't seem to notice any part of her body that Hulk-sized syringe may have taken a sample from. She doesn't act disoriented from the night before either. Second, Josh is wearing date clothes. Not a lot of room to hide a syringe in, or the case it was held in. So unless this dude has prison smuggling-like talents, I ain't buying that he jabbed her. Lastly, at the end of the wedding episode, Hulk King asks if everything is still going as planned. Maybe cloning her phone is at the actual forefront of that phase Josh is committing to. But how would that help? And why, coincidentally, is his boy Wrecker on site with her at Blonsky's ranch 3 days later? And does anyone else feel like Blonsky's attitude and demeanor are so pleasant it can't be real? What if, and hear me out, because I'm probably taking a giant leap here, Titania, the wrecking crew, the lack of cell service on Blonsky's ranch are all red herrings to divert our attention from remembering that the Abomination is the number one suspect. Think about it. Everyone is expecting Blonsky to join the Thunderbolts. And after we got D23, we didn't see him in the picture. What reason would he have to join the Thunderbolts if he already has his freedom? There's been some other viable theories about who might be hiding behind the curtain of the Intelligentsia, like Todd, for instance. I've heard theories that he may be an iteration of the brother of the leader, aka Philip Stearns or Madman. This guy was definitely hungry for Hulk blood and actually becomes a psycho kind of Hulk in the comics. The leader himself has been announced as a character in Captain America 4, so he's always one to look at. I've even read an idea of maybe the Hulk King is actually Hulkling of the Young Avengers, and rather than redeeming himself after breaking into the Avengers mansion like in the comics, here he's just being a She-Hulk villain out for blood, and that would start his redemption arc. Seems pretty messy if you ask me though. Anyway, I think our villain might have been Blonsky this whole time. He definitely has the money, the history, and the intellect to pull it off in this series. Let me know what you think. Am I crazy, or could this make sense? Anyway, that's all I have for now. Until the next one, I'm out.